Hi guys. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Daily Tips with Monica, guys. Today we are going to try something different. Um, we're gonna. I understand y'all thinking that since I said my special guest is the McRae Kings, but this is just tips, coffee, and conversations with the McRae Kings. So we good morning, positive mukbanger. We're just coming here to just have a conversation. We're gonna be talking, we're just gonna be having a conversation about some things. And I hope you guys thumbs up the live guys as you come in. I'm waiting on the McRae Kings to come in so we can get the day started. Welcome everyone. I hope you guys had a good night rest. Good morning, Positive Mukbanger, and good morning, Blogs and Fiction. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope you guys had a great morning. I can tell you guys that me a good night rest. I know that I did. Good morning, Baking with Charlene. Good morning, Baking with Charlene. Um, I hope everybody had a good night rest. I hope everybody had a good night rest and everybody is ready for the day. I hope everybody's ready for the day. I hope everyone is ready for the day. If you're gonna be ready, get ready and go to church. Get ready to go to church. Um, I'm gonna be honest. Since with all the social distancing and stuff, our church do online, so I really, that's fine. That's fine. I really, I really have been doing church, just doing church online. So, um, I and because I don't want to put my kids or myself at risk, and then my mom, she's older, so I don't want to put her at risk as well. Good morning, Trisha. How you doing this morning? So it's just best for us to be at home, because my church it does have a large membership, so I just rather be at home. Yes, Charlene can bake, and this real. Um, Good morning, Minister of Music Terrence Tower. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, everyone. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you guys for coming. Waiting until the McRae Kings come in because we're going to have a conversation today. We're going to have a conversation. Okay. Bacon with Charlene. Um, okay, Bacon with Charlene. Um, what we're going to talk about today is um when people show you who they are, then believe them. When people show you who they really are and what they really is about, believe them. Not the first time, not the second, third, fourth, fifth time. We give people so many chances. We give people so many chances. Good morning, McRae Kings. Y'all ready? Hold on, they ain't ready yet. Um, So, guys, just look forward to this conversation. This is nothing. It's nothing going to be like the panel. You know, what I'm saying the panel discussion was all different various topics, but this is going to be. Good morning, Florida Williams. Good morning, Florida Williams. Um, I'm doing great. How are you doing this morning? I haven't seen you in a while, so I hope you've been doing well. I hope you've been doing well. Um, like I said, I hope everybody had a wonderful, um, a wonderful day. Um, Good morning, Happy Able TV. Good morning, Happy Able TV. Um, Make sure you guys are thumbsing up the live. Make sure you guys are thumbsing up the live. If you want to share me out to all different platforms if you would like to. You know, as I was saying. sometimes, guys, we while we waiting on the McRae Kings, um, sometimes we can be deceived by people. Um, we can be deceived by people because they say they're one way, but then as you get to know them and what they are really about, then you realize that they ain't who they say they are. And then they get to changing on you and they get to mistreating you. And then you wonder how, um, and you wonder how, you know what I'm saying, you're in a place where is they in yet? Hold on just a second. Okay, y'all ready? Because for some reason I couldn't see y'all.
Hey, woo, child. It's early, early, early in the morning, girl.
Okay. Let me hold on. There you go.
Thank you. Hold on for a second. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here goes.
It's too early for me, child.
Ah, Lord Jesus. Woo, child.
I was just, I was about to get into it, but you stopped me, so they let me know that, let us flow together. Let
Good
us flow
morning,
together.
everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Oh my Lord. Y'all please excuse us. Me and Joseph, we morning people, but we ain't morning people. Yes, girl. We get up in the morning. No, honestly, we're up early in the morning, but we straddling it this time of morning. So y'all see if my hair is a little bit out of place, please excuse me. Joseph was in there he was putting on his little stuff because he said he was dry this morning. So he got to
Jesus.
moisturize. He like to moisturize.
See, by 11 o'clock, I have all of that together.
Right. Oh my Lord. Okay.
Okay, so everyone is speaking to everyone in the chat. Blogs, Florida, Baking with Charlene.
Good morning, Blogs, Florida, Baking with Charlene. Good morning. Who else is up here in this chat this morning? Positive Mukbanger.
Yes.
Good morning. And Trisha up in here too.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And good morning to all you people up in the bushes. I hope y'all don't went to the local gas station and got your coffee so y'all can sit back and relax. I hope you got you a breakfast sandwich.
Yeah. It's too early to be so loud.
Exactly. He being all extra.
He could be extra, but it's just too early.
Say, y'all want me out,
honey. He waking up the whole neighborhood.
Okay. Well,
yeah, he loud.
Good morning. Good morning to all the people in the bushes. I hope y'all went to the local gas station and got your coffee and your breakfast sandwich, or your hash brown at McDonald's, or your croissant sandwich from Burger King, or whatever that it is that you have in the morning to get you going. Right? Good morning. Good morning. And to you girls, the quarantine is over for you, and you're getting ready for service, or you already on your way to Sunday school. Good morning to you too. Right. And also, I got to say good morning to the people that's sitting up there saying something too. The people that's sitting up there saying something, they hear too, Monica. You know that, right?
I know.
Okay, so I'm gonna let you. I forgot. This is your platform, so I'm gonna let you say what you want to say. See, already, I'm good ready to go to jail already.
Do we need to bring blogs in to moderate?
Exactly.
But he already he getting ready to get stabbed. Him and his main dog.
Hey, Jomel.
Hey, Attaboy.
Well, anyway, guys, we decided to do a tips, coffee, and conversation day with the McRae Kings. We're just today. I said, they already know what we're going to talk about today. Today, we're going to talk about. Oh, I don't went blank. I don't know why I always do that. If someone shows you who they are, then believe them. That's what we're talking about today. So, Y'all want to go first, or we just gonna have a conversation?
Oh, let's have a conversation. We having coffee and conversation,
girl. This coffee and conversation.
Yeah. So this is coffee and conversation. So I guess we can conversate on the on the subject.
Let's have the conversation then, honey. Let's have the conversation.
Well, listen. I tell people all the time when somebody shows you who they are, the saying goes, when somebody shows you who they are, believe them.
Right.
What the saying should be, when somebody shows you who they are, say thank you.
True.
Okay. Because and that is not always something bad. You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes it could be a good thing when somebody shows you really who they are, because they may be showing you who they are so you can be blessed by them. But then there's the other side, when there's that person that's fake and phony, and they're just being your friend just to gain something. There's an objective, there's a negative objective to them being your friend. They want to hold on or stand next to you just because you may have a little bit more than them, or you may be a little bit bigger than them,
or you may know more people that can get them where they need to go.
Exactly.
Right. Or make them look good. Never know.
Use you for some of the
smallest
things most people use people for is money.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But when you get past that, they use people for who they know, what they do for them, the circle that they in, and they want to be in that circle. Like, people use you for everything.
Right. And you know what?
Right.
This is what I believe also. Sometimes not knowing who a person is can actually get you killed. You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes when somebody shows you who they are, it saves your life.
It does.
Because it could be that person that is plotting and planning on you to do something behind your back, and you don't even know what they're doing. You don't even know what's going on with them. And before you know it, you're in the midst of something that you never thought that you would be in.
Right.
Just
it happened to me.
Just like somebody was asking us a question about that show For My Man. Hundreds and thousands of women get into that situation all the time. Where this man and they don't know what he's doing. They sit up here thinking that he got a legitimate job and he working and stuff like that. Meanwhile, he out there on the street selling drugs, robbing folks, or doing whatever he do.
Right.
Here you go at home. You taking the money because you don't know. You taking the money. You taking the money, spending it on yourself, spending it on your kids. Oh, you big Willie. You in the club. You got on the best. You got Gucci, Fendi, all this stuff on. Right.
Right.
Not realizing that he's a drug kingpin and he being watched by the FBI. So if you with him, you being watched too. Okay? And then what? Because see, when the government come after you, you can rest assured one thing. They have some information.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? It's too late. Sometimes for the most part, it's too late for a lawyer. You might as well go in there and plead guilty. Even though you ain't guilty.
Mm-hmm.
Hundreds of people go to jail every day for that. If you watch shows like The First 48, I was just watching an episode of that where this young girl, she was 16 years old. She was an A student. She was an Ivy League student in school, academically. Whole life ruined because she decided to go on a ride. She decided to give somebody a ride.
Wow.
Train station, not knowing that he was just going around robbing folks, and he robbed somebody in the midst in her car, and she ended up getting 7 to 10 years just
she
for
was just innocent. She didn't know.
No, just for driving. She didn't know. Okay, so when people show you who they are, you say thank you,
right?
Because you never know what that turnout could have been. But
right.
See, that's the one thing about God. God throws you a lifeline. God throws us so many lifelines. You hear me? He gives us so many chances. God ain't 1 strike, 2 strike, 3 strike. God gives us so many chances to get it right.
Right. He gave us warning before destruction, and he has done that several times for me.
But if you don't take heed to the warning, guess what? Guess what?
It's gonna be destruction, and it's you gonna be hurt, and you're going to be taken advantage of, and you're
Mhm.
gonna be stuck in a position that you want to get out of, but it's hard. It's gonna be hard for you to walk away.
Right, right. You get on your knees and you say, "Thank you, Jesus. Thank you for showing me this." I can't even begin to tell you how many times God has saved me from people that were out for no good when it came to me. I can't tell you now. There's been times, like I told y'all my story on my platform yesterday. How this man that I was in love with stole my money, stole everything.
Hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
it happens every day. It happens
Yes.
every single day, and we
Because
got.
You don't even have to be in love with them because I had a friend that would just give me sob stories after sob
Mhm.
stories.
yes,
I couldn't understand why nobody liked him. I couldn't understand why,
exactly.
you know, I know the way I was raised, so I extended myself. He got thrown out of the house. Well, that's when I had my own house. I was like, well, you come stay in the other bedroom. It's just me by myself.
Mhm.
Child stole every check in my house and was giving it out to people
Wow.
in checks. And I get a state because I didn't even use that bank account. You know how you open a bank account, but then I opened another one because it was better stuff. But I had already got the checks and stuff. So I'm getting a thing in the mail, a card in the mail from Bank of America with all these bounced checks. I'm like, bounced.
Wow.
I don't even use this bank account.
Mhm.
But then it clicked in my head. Wait a minute, bitch.
Mhm.
I went to he didn't leave not one check in that box, baby. The box was in my drawer, empty.
Empty.
Y'all know Joseph. Y'all know Joseph ain't having conversations. Y'all know Joseph did nothing. He was in the room because you grown. I ain't telling you can't have company. I flung that door open. I snatched him up out that bed, butt ass naked by the throat, and was like, "Oh, so you want to write bad checks?"
Mhm.
We went at it. He gave me an excuse. Then he wanted to tell me because I knew he had money because he was just giving me money left and right. I mean, when I tell you paying, don't worry about your half of the mortgage. I'll pay your whole mortgage. He was giving me the whole $1,600 mortgage. He was just going to buy me $200 pair of Jesus jeans, True Religion jeans. Like he was keeping me from questioning.
Yeah, see, they'll do things like that to keep
I got
you at
caught
bay.
up because I'm like, well, this is shit I'm not going to buy myself. Or in that box. This is stuff I'm not going to buy myself. So who's really going to complain? You buy me $200 pair of jeans, Timberlands, sneakers. Oh, I was out and thought about you and come back with all these clothes.
Mhm.
Okay, well that's fine. I got a nice little roommate buying me stuff and giving me money for bills, going grocery shopping. I got the roommate from heaven.
Mm-hmm. Really?
Yeah, the roommate from hell.
What he was doing. Then he wants to tell me how he's getting this money. I didn't believe it because I've said people are not this damn stupid.
No.
While I was standing there, and I watched how he convinced some idiot to bring him his ATM card and take a check from him and deposit it in the bank. And I'm like, people are this stupid. They this stupid that they money hungry like this. Of course, I ended up having to change my locks and put him out, and it became a whole big deal. But the people will trick you to the point of where, yeah, I didn't really lose nothing but other than him and me having to press charges on him writing bad checks in my name so that they wouldn't hold me accountable for it. But I didn't lose nothing in the process. I gained a whole bunch of stuff. I gained a whole bunch of stuff without even asking for it. So believe me, there's people that will do the total opposite. Instead of taking from you, they giving you a whole bunch of stuff, but because they ain't paying for it, because it ain't their money, because they just
Right.
can't and get away with it. I mean, everything about him was fake, down to his car. He was just renting luxury cars from a luxury car rental place. And I'm sitting there going, and that watching him was part of the reason
I would have
why
been in jail, child.
I didn't really trust people.
I'd have been in jail.
Because he would meet me with the cars and, oh, I'm going away for the weekend. Here, take the Infinity. Oh, I'm going away for the weekend. Here, take the Mercedes. And I'm driving around in these cars thinking everything is legit. And everything ain't legit, child. They looking for the car. He ain't returned the car in months. He done went and got another. Child, when I found out everything, I was like, okay.
You could have went to jail, honey.
Right, but see,
I was
these
because they ain't gonna try to hear I didn't know nothing about it. I
Mm-hmm.
was the end, but I, honest to God, didn't know in the beginning.
Right.
And I'm like, you have to know who you're dealing with because people
Yes,
don't care. If they don't care about themselves, they damn sure don't care about setting you up.
exactly.
These are just two scenarios of what could possibly happen. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying, God gives you a
Right,
lifeline.
Trisha.
He saves your
Right.
life. He saves you sometime. And this, what the scriptures say. The scriptures say the Lord can make somebody can make somebody your doormat. Now, if the Lord made somebody your doormat, then you guess what you got to do when things like that happen. You got to go in the house and get your broom, and you got to sweep off your doormat. And you got to keep it moving. That's what you got to do. You got to
Right. Because that look. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Monica. No, go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying, that little, because like me, myself, when I feel like something ain't right, it's that little thing that be nagging at me in my head, and I be like, something ain't right.
Yep.
Something ain't right, and I'm not even finna go do that. I said, I'm not doing it.
Right.
And then it comes out to be what I was feeling was true. And that's why I said, God give you them little
signs.
in your mind.
And it's okay for you. Listen, I was a person that always operated with my heart, but you got to also operate with your mind too. You got to be smart enough to always be on alert. It's okay. Listen, you just got to make sure that you follow your mind and your heart whenever you get yourself into these situations, because sometimes you may have to find out who this person is on your own. You might have to play detective. Okay? You might have to look for different signs. Like Joseph just said, you might have to look in your drawer and see if your checkbook is my checkbook. Child, let me see if my checkbook is still here, child. You got to notice the signs sometimes. It happens every day, y'all. It happens every day. And we're the things that we just talked about are kind of a little bit more deep. You know what I'm saying? But even in everyday life, it may be a pen. It may be I don't care if it's a pen or a pencil. But they may be scheming on you for. They may have seen you got a beautiful car.
But the part, because even when it happened to me, part that I don't get, that we all do, a lot of us do when we get broken by people. Why do we feel bad when we cut them off? Why do we feel bad because now I got to do something? Because that's the sign of a good person. Because even though people are turning you out or could have put you in danger, you still feel bad because that's saying, no, I don't want you here no more. Get out of my house. Like, I felt bad. I felt bad to the point where I had to call one of my friends. I said, you a man.
And sometimes you feel intimidated.
I said, because if I have to tell him to get out, I'm not going to do that. But if you just change the locks while he's not here, then if you just change the locks while he's not here, then he can't get in, and then I can, because I knew I didn't have it in me to just say, move out, get out, because I'm just not that person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we all feel bad once people show us who we are, and that was then. Because see, now it only takes one time. I have learned my lesson. It only takes one time, and I will pull a disappearing act on you so fast, you will think I was a figment of your imagination. You'll be like, where did he go? Because I don't. It only takes one time for me to figure out, or for you to show me who you are. There ain't no explanation needed. There ain't no excuses needed. I don't care why you did what you did. We don't need to talk about it. I don't owe you no explanations. I will block you on everything and go about my business. And if you see me in the street, you gotta act like you don't know who I am, because then you're giving me every opportunity to beat the hell out of you for doing what you did. Because I'm walking away gracefully. I'm gonna walk away gracefully. But if you keep pushing me, then you're gonna get what you get.
Yeah.
But we feel bad. We always feel bad.
Yeah, because
it's just because of the goodness you have in your heart. That's all what it is.
That's what it is. It's your vulnerability. You feel
Mhm.
you've already been taken advantage of, but then your vulnerability takes over. You feel defeated. You feel like you beat yourself up.
Yeah, and a lot of people always say, don't let people take your kindness for weakness. And see, Joseph, that's what he did to you. Like he took your kindness and he used your money to help to like make you feel
But it,
like, oh, I'm
Monica,
a
the bad part was it wasn't even my money.
oh, it really wasn't.
No money in there. You just giving people checks with signing my name to them, and these dummies are depositing $1,000 checks.
And then
And
they had to replace their money. They so
they
crazy.
don't want stuff, not me. I mean, the most they could do is try to send me to jail, but it ain't my signature. So, I did have one person come to my house because the person was like 25 and he was like 30 something. Child, a boy and his mother came to my house looking for me. I had to curse them out. I said, "Did I give you a check?" He was like, "No." I said, "Well, you took a check from somebody with my name on it." He said, "Yeah." I said, "And if you took a check from somebody with my name on it, what does that say about you? Because you ain't
Exactly.
till right now." I said, "Now how much?" Because by that point he had already told me what he was doing. So then I turned to the boy. I said, "So how much of the money did you use?" And he was like, "Well, he told me no, 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 no. How much of the money when it cleared in your bank account did you use?" So when I go to the police on you, then his mother was like, "Come on, let's go." Yeah, girl. See,
Mm-hmm.
because see, I ain't stupid. See, if you involve me in some shit, you gonna tell me what you was doing so that I can cover
Exactly.
my ass. When it come back on me because you running around signing my name, I need to cover my ass because I need to know.
Right.
And you better, or you'll be sitting up there in jail while they out here free.
But then also the self intimidation sets in. Sometimes you be taken advantage of. Your vulnerability sets in, and then you just feel intimidated. This person, you have a little. You don't even realize it. You got a little fear of me. You scared to it. You scared to confront them about what they've done to you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like that self intimidation. Like you start to feel intimidated by. I can't tell you how many times I've done that. I had a friend. I had a friend that that did some stuff to me. And he was like one of those people that everybody just loved him because of the way he dressed and stuff.
Hmm.
Meanwhile, they didn't know that everything that he did was something crafty. And so, and he had this gift of just knowing how to curse you out and so on and so forth. I was intimidated by that. I was intimidated by it until I really, really got in trouble. And I was like, oh no, I'm going to the police. I'm going to the police. You know what I'm saying? I went to the police and he ended up getting arrested and going to jail for a long time for what he had done to me.
Yeah.
But sometimes you feel intimidated, like, oh God, if I confront this person and tell them that they did such and such and such and such to me, they gonna curse me out.
Intimidated.
You say what? Hold on.
Tell you how not to feel intimidated by nobody. Let me tell you something. When I'm your friend, I am your friend. When I am your ride or die, I am your ride or die. If you sit and tell me, Joseph, this is what I'm doing, and if somebody comes to you, if I'm your friend like that, I will sit there and lie for you. I'm that type of friend. But
Right.
when I'm not, all you have to do is show me one time that you don't care about me. And when I tell you I go into a mental rage in my mind, I don't know what it is. With me, I will sit and take a lot of things from people. But the one thing that will send me into a mental rage is if you show me you don't care about me. Because I know how I feel about you. I know to the length I would go as a friend for you. And when you show, like with that person, I said, you almost got me fired from my job that I had at the time. It was 8 years, but I stayed there longer than that. I said, you almost got me fired from my job that I had for 8 years. So, baby, when he said that, I said, so that means you don't care about my well-being. You don't care about nothing about me. You just, and that's when everything, like, when a person show you they don't care about you, period, that should be enough for you to say, kick rocks, bitch, I'm out.
But
Exactly.
sometimes it's not. It really, honestly, sometimes in the grand scheme of things, that what Joseph is saying is true. but some people just don't have that type of heart. Some people don't have it in them to be that way. It takes a little bit more. It's like that Tyler Perry movie that we was watching. Remember when that movie we was watching with the lady that met the man and she married him and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. It took like to the very last straw. I mean, he was doing stuff to her in that movie. You know what I'm saying? He was having women up in her house and calling her all kind of bitches and doing all this stuff. And then he did one thing. The one thing that sent her over the edge, she ended up going to jail for.
Right.
She lost her job and her money, all her money and stuff like that. And she went and got that baseball bat and clubbed him upside his head. You understand what I'm saying? But some people don't have that strength in them. And yes, they may depend on a friend like me or Joseph who can't stand bullying because I don't like bullying. And I'm the type of friend that if you mess with my friend, I'm going to get you. Like, I'm going to get you.
I'm going to get your self-love. Because if you love yourself, I'm going to get you. Nobody before you.
That I'm going to get you.
Right.
If you love yourself, you never put nobody before you. You will never let anybody hurt you. You will never let anybody do these things to you that are hurtful to you if you loved you. When you start loving people more than you love yourself, that is a problem. I used to be that way.
Yeah.
And I'm talking from experience.
Yeah.
I could sit
because you don't want to feel selfish, but you got to be selfish with yourself.
Fall from grace. Yes.
To hurt me. I already know who you are, but I'm sitting there making excuses that, they'll change. If I just show them that I really care, they'll start.
But you know what?
That's because I'm sitting there loving them more than I love myself. Because if I love myself, when they showed me who they was, I would have said, like Tramel said, thank you, I'm out, bye, and went about my bit. Now,
child, you know how many times I done said thank you for people showing me who they are? You know how many times in the past 2 years?
In the last couple of weeks, for me.
Thank you for showing me who you are. Thank you. You understand what I'm saying?
It was A Fall from Grace. It was the name.
That's the name of the
movie. And it was great. I love that movie. And I was so angry when he did her like that. I understood why she hit him upside the head with that bat.
Yeah, but
you don't want people like that.
Here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. What's the solution? After you said thank you, what is the solution? What is the end result?
Move on with your life.
You got to
move on with your life. And
first, you got to move on with your life. But you have to sit down and you have to evaluate it and look at it from all sides of the spectrum. And then you have to learn from that. See, there's a lesson. There's a lesson in that blessing. Because it is a blessing when somebody shows you who they are. There's a lesson in it. You have to learn. You have to learn something from it. And then you have to forgive yourself.
Yeah.
Say, Tramel, I forgive you. I forgive you for allowing that to happen to you. You really gotta forgive yourself.
And mean it.
You gotta forgive yourself. And let me tell y'all something. The vengeance. It ain't for you to seek vengeance. Because guess what? What the Bible say? The Bible say God is a jealous God. That's right. So God don't like us doing his work. Don't you worry about what's going to happen to that person, because trust me when I tell you, I'm a firm believer in you get what you give. When you give goodness comes back to you. It comes back to you. When you give negative, you always gonna find something. Let me tell you something. It's always gonna be a way that it's gonna come back on you. That's why I tell people, remember what you've done. Remember what you've done. I've done some things in my life. That I paid for. We all have done some things in our lives that we paid for. There's a lesson. There's a lesson in that too. So forgive yourself. Forgive yourself and move on with your life and say to yourself that will never happen to me again. Nobody will ever do that to me again. You strive for that, and it may happen again. It may be a different scenario. It may happen again, but That's just life. That's how it works.
True.
Get, get your ass up and forgive yourself and move forward and be smarter. You have that. That's what you got to do. You got to take it and put it in your mental Rolodex, and when things are reminiscent of what happened to you, you'll know. Oh no, child. No, child. I got to leave this friendship alone, child. I'm getting ready to stab this bitch.
And you
I'm getting ready to
get a
stab
better
her.
understanding of things when you look at it from a perspective of, because it's not just them. What role did you play?
Exactly.
Right.
What role did you play?
Come
And
on
that's
now.
the part you need to
Is it
forgive
Sunday? We
yourself
get ready
for.
to have
That's
church
the
up in
part
here, child.
that you need to work on. Is the part of what did I do to cause this? Where did I go wrong?
Mm-hmm.
Why did
Right.
they could do this to me? What did I do to contribute to this? Because I know I'm a good person, and I was being a good person,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't feel bad for doing what I did.
Mm-hmm.
But what I do feel bad for is not seeing it coming.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I
Right.
feel.
Right.
So what can I work on me
Right.
so that this doesn't happen to me?
That's the learning. That's a part
That's
of
the
the
learning
learning.
part.
Yeah.
Because all the rest of what they did, they got to deal with that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You need to focus on the part you played in the situation to allow these people to do things to you, and work on that in yourself, which is not a bad thing. Because
Mm-hmm.
it's never a bad thing to be a good person. It's just you need to now be able to put yourself on a path to say, okay, if I see this, I'm going this way. If I see that, I'm going this way. But if they act like this, we can stay on this path. But if as soon as they waver off that path, I'm out. That's what you got to do.
That's right. Positive mukbanger. A self. What she say? A self
Self. You have to self reflect,
Yeah.
and you and me. I'm guilty of these things y'all say because I'm guilty of that. I am. I can admit that sometimes it's hard for me to forgive myself when it comes to people and allowing people to treat me and do me a certain way. But I'm learning as now. Now I'm not that. I know when to walk away. I'm gonna be honest. Like I myself, like I have to get to the point where when is enough. Like
Mm-hmm.
when are you gonna be tired? When are
Right.
you tired? And then I have to also say, you know what I'm saying, in the next situation, I won't offer. Sometimes as people, we offer what we have instead of offering what us ourselves.
Right,
That
right.
means the materialistic things that we have. Some people offer their materialistic things, saying, I can do this and I have this and I got that. But instead of saying, look, this is who I am. This is how I set myself up. This is how I am as an individual person, not the things I have. Because if people see that you have a lot, they won't love you for you. They will love you for the things that you have. And that's not fair to you. You need someone that's going to love you for who you represent yourself to be, not what you have.
Let me tell you,
Oh.
this is a good way to fix it. Fix a person.
Hmm.
They come to you and say, "Oh, I need this, I need that." Somebody did that to me one day,
You
and
said the right thing, positive. A leech,
and
leechy
what I
Mondo.
did was, instead of giving them what they wanted, I said, "Oh, well, let me give you these numbers to these two agencies that actually can help you with that." I was like, and they'll be able to give you what you need. And they was like, "Never mind." But you just said you needed all of this, and I'm telling you, somebody that can give it to you, and you don't want to do that. No, you don't want to do that because you just want it from me because you're lying. And if you go there, they're gonna give you what you need and give it to the person that you need to give it to. But you want to tell me a story so that I could just, give you what it is
Hmm.
that you need. And I was like, in my head, I'm laughing, going, well, I said, okay, well, I don't know what to tell you, but when you're ready for those two numbers, you can get them. And they was like,
Exactly.
no, if I need them, I'll call you back, but I gotta go there. I bet you do, cause I just don't fall for people's sob stories no more. Cause I done got so many times that it's ridiculous.
And Joseph, that's the crazy part. You know when someone really trying to get. Every time you look around, here they come with a sobby story, and I'm
Mhm.
like, do you ever? Does anything ever good happen for you? And I hate to feel that way, and I hate to be feeling being mean. But what I'm saying is, good things happen to people. So if
Yeah.
things ain't working in your direction, then something you ain't doing that is right. You're doing some wrongness.
Girl, don't make me move this table and start shouting. Don't make me listen. I'm sorry, I'm distracted. The man next door, child, he is outside cooking breakfast, and it smell.
I told you that's what I was smelling yesterday.
Girl,
It smelled like he got a whole pig on his grill, baby.
Oh,
Really?
child,
Oh, it smells so
child,
amazing.
he got the bacon that's you know
It's
what
this thick,
it's
that
thick.
thick country.
Wow.
And he got the sausage, girl. I feel like just jumping out the window, girl, and going with a plate.
All right. Don't get your hand cut off.
Praise God. Yeah. Woo! Jesus. Now we had planned to cook breakfast this morning while we were talking, but
Good morning, BJ's Good News.
we'll do that next. We'll do that next time.
Good morning, BJ's Good News. Good morning, Mom. But yeah, huh?
I said good morning.
Good morning. Yes. Good morning, Mama. Mama.
But yeah, like I myself, like you do get tired of the sob story about how you know what I'm saying, how you went through this and you went through that. But what did you do to help yourself?
Exactly.
Don't look for another individual to always solve your problems.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because
Well,
go ahead.
what I don't understand is, and sometimes people have to stop and think about this. What and it happens to a lot of us. So don't get me wrong. It
Mm-hmm.
happens. It's happened to me and Tramel. You know, we've told you, Monica. If something comes up that's out of the way, it will blow me and Tramel's whole month as far as money wise. Because right now, we ain't even got our checks for this month come for August, but our money's already spent. When you live
Wow.
on the income, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't even be mad at certain things because things pop up, things happen.
Right. Right.
But what happens when every single month you end up in the same spot? You have to start questioning these people
Mm-hmm.
and say, well, what are you doing with your money?
Right. Right.
How come
Yes.
you ever have, how come you always, it's funny because
Yeah. How come you always in the bind?
I got a phone call yesterday, and I'm going to be honest, I got a phone call yesterday, and I
Go
knew I
ahead.
got a phone call. And I got this phone call, and they kept asking me over and over, are you and Tramel okay? Are you and Tramel okay? Are you and Tramel okay? Because they already know by now, they would have got a phone call saying, could I have $100? Could I have $25? They ain't get no phone calls. So now they're like, something wrong. They ain't called me this month asking for nothing. What? And I'm like, we fine. You sure y'all okay? We fine. I said, I'm standing here cooking dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you cooking dinner? Yeah. Oh, okay. So we have small conversation. So y'all really good? Yep, we good. You sure? Yeah. Because now you always get a phone call, especially from me. It's like, we ain't got no money. I need to buy a pack of cigarettes. Cash at me $20. Or we ain't got no food. Cash at me $100 so I can go to the store. You ain't getting not one phone call this month. You ain't getting not one cash app sent this month. And now you sitting there because you already know the next month coming. Well, what are they doing that they don't have to ask me for no money this month?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting there laughing because in my mind, I'm like, you should be happy that we figured out a way to not have to ask you for anything.
Right.
That something obviously is going right for us.
And the only thing,
That we
we're
don't
just
have
being
to-
mindful, just being very
But it's like,
mindful.
I'm not going to ask you for something if I don't need it.
Right.
Exactly.
When we were sitting here with 2 eggs in a bucket,
Right.
yes, I'm going to say, can you cash at me $100 because we need to get some food till the first,
Right.
or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like I don't understand people. But then when I had to do that, I had to listen to a story. I had to listen to, I'm not doing this no more. Y'all need to figure out how you're going to do this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not your bank, blah, 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 blah. And now that I don't treat you like that no more. Now you like, you okay?
Yes, because just because the blessing or the gift is there, don't mean you have to. Because if you don't want to be,
Take it.
if you don't want to be labeled as that, and if you don't want to be labeled as that person, that type person, then sometimes you have to sit back and you have to be humble.
Right.
Because you don't have to take
humble
it
yourself,
because
and
you know a person
you have to
is going to
say,
give it to you.
yeah, because God puts people in your path for different reasons. You have to realize
Yes.
what those reasons are. You understand what I'm saying? If you
Yes.
don't do that and you take advantage, or you push and you push and you push and you push and you push, you might just push that blessing right out of your life.
Yeah.
Then
Like
you back at square one, and you ain't got nothing to gain.
right. Just like Bacon when Charlene said, you have people have to use discernment. And we do. We have to be careful on who we put or help, or because you never know, that person may have it all and they just, because think about it, it may be homeless
That's the
people.
good person. That's the good side of somebody showing you who they are. There's this
Yeah.
show that comes on TV called Undercover Boss, where the boss goes into the workplace, right? And he acts as if he's just a regular employee, right? And then at the end, he reveals that he owns the company, and he
Hmm.
bestows all these things on this one employee that he stood next to and worked hard with for the whole week, and heard their story. Well, I'm in college, and it's hard for me to make it. I have a child, and it's hard for me. I have a part-time job, and this undercover boss sees how hard this person works. I got me a little business on the side, and I'm trying to evolve. I'm trying to be better. And this undercover boss says, well, throughout the week, you
Wait.
told me you have a car, and
Hold
they
on.
be a brand new car on you. They bestow a brand new car on you. And so, that's why it's important to be mindful of how you treat people. It's the spirit. You got to be good people. You got to have a good spirit. You got
Y'all, I got to go for just a second. Something going on in the neighborhood down.
okay. Well, I guess until Monica comes back, we are here. Welcome.
Welcome to the Tips and Coffee Show.
Yes. Yes, but as I was saying, guys, that's why you have to have
Don't worry,
good
we're still
intention.
coming on at 11.
You got to have good intention. If your intentions aren't good, trust me when I tell you, if you plotting and you scheming on people and your intentions aren't good, truth always reveals itself. What's that saying they always say? What goes on in the dark always comes to the light. So you got to have good intentions. You got to have a good heart all the time, not just sometimes. Not just sometimes. You can't just pick and choose. Well, who I'm gonna get, who I'm gonna use, who I'm gonna do this to do this. No, you gotta have a clean. What time else man said? You gotta have a clean heart.
Clean heart.
You gotta have a clean heart. You gotta have good intentions on people, and you have to do unto others what you would want others to do unto you. Because guess what? I need to. Karma is a bitch, ain't it? Ain't it funny how life goes around, like Tyler
She
Perry
coming,
said?
and Miss Karma coming quick these days.
Ain't it funny how life goes around?
2020 is perfect vision, and Karma is giving people visions on other people, and they're gagging.
Hmm. As I say all the time, Gag Nation has set in. Eh?
And that didn't come from the
Big
book
old
of
gag
lies.
pill. You got a big old gag pill about this big and no water. You don't have anything to drink. Guess what? I do. Oh, this coffee is hot and it's good. Hmm. And I don't drink tea. I drink coffee. Mm. Ain't it funny how life goes around, Joseph?
Renee, I can spill some tea because I got tea right up in here.
The same people that you meet on the way up, you're going to meet on the way down.
First, you have to be up to meet them on the way down.
Mm-hmm. But some people get up. Some people get up on it. It's called the come up. They come up on other people. They come up on the backs of other people. That's what happens. They come up on the backs of other people, but they don't realize the same people that you meet on the way up. You know, the ones that you don't use and abuse. The ones that if you had gotten to this situation, right, that you may need. You may need a lifeline from. You ain't got no more. Gone. All just for the sake of you trying to be deceptive.
I don't understand what makes people. I'm trying to word this in a way that it doesn't make me seem like a bad person.
Right, Trisha.
Well, for me, I'm like this. I have had some very influential people in my life, very influential friends, and because of that, I've been able to go places and meet celebrities and stuff like that. What makes me think that if all of a sudden I decide I'm not going to be bothered with these people, I'm still going to get into the same events? I'm still going to get my merit didn't get me there in the first place. I got there because of them. But now I want to sit and turn my nose up to them because now you done got me in these little places. So, I'm a big shot now because I got here. And then when I decide I'm going to turn them out and not be bothered, then I'm standing on the outside of the venue going, somebody please let me in. Somebody please let me in. Because now the reality set in that I'm not all that I thought I was.
See.
Then whose fault is that? Why did you think that you had this merit to put you on top when you wasn't on top to begin with?
Mm-hmm.
You
They call it a false narrative. I think that's what they call it. Is that what they call it? That's one of the things they call it, right? A false narrative. Whenever you
sit back and you be envious of other people, but these other people are the ones opening doorways for you, and then you get all up in your feelings and be like, I don't need that bitch.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the outside getting wet in the rain while everybody else partying on the inside, and you still at the window. Excuse me, I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, excuse me, I'm here. Hello, excuse me, I'm here. And ain't nobody paying you no mind. What's done in the dark will come to the light.
Yeah.
If your heart is not, is not right, and your motives are not pure towards someone whose heart and motives are, I believe God will expose you.
Oh, yes.
God protects his people.
Oh, yes.
Yes, he does. God protects his
Put your hands up and receive it. Put your hands up and receive it. Receive it, because I'm a witness. I'm a witness. It all the time. All the time. So many times I've told people, you'll call me before I call you.
Exactly.
And so many times I've gotten that call. So many times I've gotten that call. And you know what I did? I've not answered the phone. Because guess what? You won't do to me what you did to me again.
But somebody needs to explain to me, how do people get this mindset of grandeur and they're nobody? That's what I want to understand. Like, I have watched, and I hate saying that, but as a gay man, I have watched so many men that are absolutely nothing in their everyday life, nothing, sit around with these attitudes of grandeur, like, and I'd be sitting there going, but girl, you ain't got a job, you ain't got a house, you sleeping on a
Let me tell you why. And I'm back. So I think the reason why, because they have to portray that to get you.
To keep the wheels rolling.
To keep the lie going. They have to portray that. They have to portray that I'm the stuff and you are beneath me, even though I don't have what I have, but I'm still the stuff. They have to portray that to make themselves feel good on the inside, knowing that they need to do better.
Or to keep the scheme going. See, if they get
over. Do you know how many men portray that to live in women's houses? Don't want to work, don't want to do nothing. But they will meet a woman at the club. They'll see that she got something good going on. And then you know what they do? They'll eventually they'll sneak all their little clothes up in her house. And it's gonna be hard to get her out there, hard to get him out her house. And he gonna bring so much negativity,
That's
and
right.
toxicity. And honey, you be praying for peace.
That's right. They say don't let no man bring his slippers up in your house. Right? Is that what it is? You ever heard
Yeah,
that?
yeah,
Don't let him bring his slippers because soon as he bring a pair of slippers up in your house, girl,
yeah.
it's gonna be hard for you to get him up out your house.
I promise to God, like I have been in situations like that. Then and like I said, I'm speaking my truth, and you know what I'm saying. Hey, I'm speaking my truth,
Mm-hmm.
and this has happened to me, and you know what I'm saying. They recognize that hey, she got her own car, she got her own house.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't got nothing. And then they'll try to portray, oh, they'll keep a job for about a month or two,
Mm-hmm.
try to keep the lie going,
Mm-hmm.
but then go back to that same place of having nothing.
Mm-hmm.
They want to ride around in your car
Uh-huh.
while you at work,
Well,
and then go to them try to find the to lay in another situation.
because they know working on another situation
Yeah,
because they already see they already got your
look at
demise.
them.
They already got your demise planned. You understand what I'm saying? See, when you got a scheming person, when you got a person that's scheming and plotting on you, they already got another plan in motion. See,
Hmm.
that's when the grandeur comes in. They have another scheme in motion. See, they got to keep the wheels rolling because this is their life. This is how they run their whole life.
Yep. On
They
to the next one. That one get tired of me. Then guess what?
that person, this person, I'm gonna get that person, or I can get that person, or I can get that person for a whole lot. I'm gonna get this person too. I can get this person right
Just
here.
bang, bang,
Get this
bang.
person right here.
It's
Did
more
I say
faceless.
something wrong? Did I say something wrong? Huh?
Mm-mm.
Okay. I just want to make sure. Did y'all
Yes,
hear, did you hear me in the bushes? Sitting up there saying something, people, did you hear what we said?
just fake, just keeping up like Positive said, a facade.
Mm-hmm.
Delusions of grandeur, honey. That's what I call delusions of grandeur. Because see, those
But
You
it's
use
a
a big word.
ever want to get in a verbal battle with me, honey. Because when I tell you what I'm done, you know where you stand in the world when I'm
right.
done.
But see,
Because it's
it's
already
more than
life is already playing a game on you, honey. When you
uh-huh.
look around your surroundings, you should already know life is playing a game on you.
Mm-hmm. But see,
Yes.
You don't want to play that game with me.
listen, the lessons, see, that's why you got to learn lessons from them people. You got to learn lessons from the people. You got to say,
Kelly
you
goes.
got to become a stronger person from the lessons that you learned from what
Yes.
people done to you.
Yes.
You have to become a stronger person. Please, people, you got to walk away. That's not beating yourself up. It's okay. Cry,
Ain't nothing wrong with
scream,
you.
get it
'Cause
out
you a
your
good
system.
person.
Get it out your system. You understand what I'm saying? But then you got the Monica. You told your story. You
Yeah.
had to come to a place where you say, you know what? That health ain't gonna do that to me no more. I ain't gonna
And
let
not
nobody do that to
like
me no more. I ain't gonna let nobody do that to me no more. And you got to
mm-mm.
become a stronger person. Because the next time, I guarantee you this, the next time a man come up in it, you're gonna say, you can't stay here.
Exactly.
You can't stay in
If
my
you ain't got your own, baby, I ain't got time.
even if you
You
got
ain't
your
got
own,
your
you can't
own,
stay here, child.
everything.
Stay here.
The only
Everything.
the only time
Everything.
see everybody's allowed one mistake, even two.
Mm-hmm.
The only time you should feel bad is when you keep making the same mistake
Over and over and over.
Because that means
again.
you're not learning a lesson.
Mm-hmm.
You're
Right.
not learning your lesson.
Mm-hmm.
We all are allowed one or two mistakes.
Right.
It happens. Life happens.
Mm-hmm.
We all can be tricked. We all can
Mhm.
be fooled. We all can make a mistake.
Especially us with good hearts. Especially
I
the
know
ones with a
people
good heart.
that keep ending up in the same situation over and over and over and over. And then I sit back and say, well, you must like this. This in some way must get you off because you didn't see the warning sign. I know this person didn't come in and do nothing different than the last one and the one before them and the one before
Yeah.
them and the one before them. Because a lot of times we get accustomed to certain type of people and we don't even realize that we keep picking the same people.
Yeah,
We
and that's that.
We keep
True,
you.
Joe.
Yeah, how many times has somebody told you, "Oh, I keep picking the same type of men like me"? No, or is it that you like the same type of men? Is it that you like the men that take advantage of you? You go for the men that don't have a lot because you know that's your way of control. And then when they all fall into the same category and they all start doing the same thing, you want to sit and say, "Oh, the same type of men like me. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I don't know why these type of men always like me." Is it them or is it you? Because if you don't like them, they can never get next to you. Because
Right.
I don't know nobody that sits around and entertains people they don't really particularly care for, knowing that they like them.
Mm-hmm.
We are the ones picking the same people because we fall into a pattern.
Mm-hmm.
We fall into a pattern of this is what we know and it's comfortable. And when you start in it, you resort right back into your mind to your old ways. I was
Yeah.
that. I always loved a man that didn't have as much as me because then that was my way of control. It was my way of saying, I can control this situation. He gonna do whatever I want because I got the money.
And it don't never work out that way.
No, it don't work out that it don't work. No, it works for a little while.
Yeah, it
Then
does.
you realize you're a dummy, and I can get whatever I want out of you, and you're stupid, and I'm gonna play you the way you're playing me, so that this situation works out for both of us. And then when they get tired, because now the longer you stay, the more demands you're gonna have, and they don't want to be bothered with it. That's when they start lurking and finding some other dummy like you that's going to not be as demanding as you and then tell you to kick rocks.
Yeah.
But here's another point I want to make is you that person with that good heart, right? You've been beaten down like that and you've been taken advantage of. Don't let your heart get hard. Don't let it harden your heart. And remember, everybody's not like that.
Yes, and see, that's where I got to get past.
Yeah, everybody is
Okay.
not like that. You know, and it's not that you have to be on alert with everyone. You just have to understand and know the people that you're dealing with.
Your spirit should be able to meet somebody's spirit,
Mm-hmm.
and your spirit should have a conversation without even opening each other. I can look at a person,
yes.
and I'll tell Trumel in a minute, I don't like them. And he'll be like, but you don't even talk. I don't have to talk to them. I don't like them. It's something about them I don't like. Trumel will sit because I don't tell him who he can and can't talk to. I'm not that person. Trumel will end up getting to know them because they'll start talking to him. And he'll be like, Papa, they not as bad. Nope. It's hello and goodbye. I don't like them. A month later, weeks later, Trumel will come and tell me, you were right. I don't know. My spirit can meet somebody. I ain't got to open my mouth, and my spirit just tells me, nope, stay away. That person is good. That person is not that person over there. Don't even get to know them.
I hate it, but I hate it. You know how you said, Monica, I hate going to my mama because she be like, I told you. See what I told you? I told you. See, see what I told you that. You know? But you can't let your heart get hard. If you are a cheerful giver, if you are a humble giver, and if you are a good person, you can't let what has been done to you, you can't allow that to make your heart hard. You can't let that bring your spirit down, because guess what? That person that did that to you, that's how they went, because they've changed you.
Right.
Changed you, but don't try to be that way to prove a point to somebody. Oh well, I'm gonna prove to them that I'm not this person, or I'm gonna prove that you ain't got to do all that. Trust me.
Just be your natural self.
See now, the way I move, I'm very observant. I sit back and I listen, and I listen very carefully. You understand what I'm saying? So that I can know and understand what's going on around me. Before I didn't know, I didn't do that because I didn't know how to do it. I never took the time out to do that. I just, hey, how you doing? Oh, let's be friends. Okay, we're friends. You know.
And then we end up dealing with some devils. Jesus.
Right, and I tell Trumel, I told him one day, I said, Trumel, I know you a social butterfly, because he would always get mad at me. He's like, oh, I have to sit and explain why you not talking and why you this, that, and the third, and you need to be more friendly. I said, no, what you need to do is sit down and shut up.
Mm-hmm.
Stop walking into situations and being everybody's friend.
Mm-hmm.
I said, because honestly, people like him are the ones that I avoid. People that just walk into a situation and don't know me from Adam and just start talking to me. In my mind, I'm like, okay, girl, you run your mouth too much already because you don't know me from a can of paint and you just telling me all your business. So you would not even somebody I would even trust with nothing. I said,
Right.
who? You know why I'm quiet? Because I'm observing everybody in the room. I'm watching all of them. I said, all I gotta do is sit there and watch, and I can tell you who's doing what, who's talking about who, and I ain't gotta hear
I
none of their
hate that about
conversation.
him.
And he was like, I said, just trust me. Trust me. One day, just walk in the room and shut up. Don't say nothing to nobody, and just watch.
And it's rubbing
And
off.
he
It
started
rubbed off
doing
on
it.
me. It rubbed off on me. It really has. It has rubbed off on me. And
Mhm.
honestly, I feel so great. You know, being mindful and being alert and being and knowing, who my real friends are, who's really in my corner.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? What's in store for me? And I feel okay about sometimes having to be selfish with me.
Yes.
Selfish with me. So many times we ain't selfish with ourselves because we don't want nobody to think that we selfish. It's okay. If you ain't selfish, listen, if you ain't selfish with yourself, if you don't care about yourself, you can't nobody listen. Nobody can nobody take care of you
Better than you.
better than you. If you ain't selfish with yourself sometime, you ain't giving yourself the very best. That's showing that you don't care about yourself. And people see that. And that's where they see the chance of vulnerability. Oh, child, this child, she don't care about herself. I can get her. I can get him. You understand what I'm saying? That's why we have to thank those people.
And you got to be mindful of what you tell people too, because if you run into a person like me that's a user or something like that, let me tell you something. I listen to everything people tell me. I can pick a person apart, and all I need is 5 to 10 minutes.
He ain't saying he a user though.
No, I'm not a user. When I say that, I mean somebody that has a conversation that you can have a
Right.
conversation with, and they can pick you apart, and you
Mhm.
start talking. And I'm this is not Monica, but I'm just using her because I'm looking at her
Right,
face
right.
on the
Hey,
thing.
say what you need to say.
Mm, she got a low self esteem. I probably could play her. She
Mhm.
got 2 kids that she loves.
Mhm.
So let me start buying the kids stuff. And let me tell her I want to take the kids places because then that'll rope her in real quick.
Mhm.
And I know sometimes she need that time alone. I got to get her to trust me so I could take the kids out and she had that time by. This is what people do based on what you tell them.
Yeah.
Because people that are users and people that will try to turn you out, they are listening to everything you say because that's how they find out what kind of person you are. That's why people don't mess with me. Because although, and I ain't gonna lie, I'm a softie. Tremel will tell you, he tell you in a minute, I'm a big teddy bear.
Yes.
When you talk to me, this is what you get. I don't take no shit, fuck with me, and I'm gonna kick your motherfucking ass. People don't mess with me. Because right there, they're like, oh, that's a strong bitch. That bitch ain't having it. But meanwhile,
Exactly.
if you really get to know Joseph, you probably say, oh, I could play this bitch. He's just putting on the front. This a front to keep people away from, but see, my front works. Because those people that think that, some of them just think I'm talking. But then when they cross the line and Joseph come out swinging, it's a whole nother, oh, well, the bitch wasn't lying. The bitch do fight. Because that part of me is not fake. That's just the part of me I want you to see first. Because that's the part you need to be afraid of. That's the part
Mhm.
you want to come up in our friendship. That's the part you don't ever want to touch when you mess with me. Period. Because that's the part you're going to get when you try to turn me out. The nice part is the part Monica knows, is the part Blog knows, is the part Tremel knows, is the part my close friends know. Because that's the part I show most people once I trust them.
Mhm.
Once I trust you with my heart, as Tremel says all the time, I'm going to show you Joseph in his purest form.
Mhm.
But until then, oh, you getting Jaquan, the rough bitch, the
Mhm.
bitch from the hood. The bitch that'll tell you I got a gun and I don't have a problem with shooting.
Okay. Well, Tremel, look like you got something to say.
Listen, I, I got something to say. Oh yes, I got a lot to say, but this is very this conversation is very hard for me. It's very, y'all know I'm a passionate person.
Very passionate.
Y'all know I'm a passionate person, and I'm talking to somebody out there without talking to them. I'm talking to somebody without talking to them. No, that I'm talking to somebody without talking because there's something. Listen, that's what the McRae King's topic is today. If you just hold your peace. I'm holding my peace right now. I am.
It's like that song Faith. It's like Faith interlude. Hold your peace and let the Lord fight your battle.
Yes, you have to.
Because I've seen the lightning crashing and heard the thunder roll.
Wait,
Yeah.
Positive Mukbanger asked us a question. She
What's that?
said, do you think a person who has connected others to someone who they later discover is a fraud or not a nice person is obligated to let the people they connected know?
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
Like, I don't feel like, because me myself, like I said yesterday, when it comes to people I truly do care about and truly do love, I like to tell them. But some people, and then I talk to somebody that we both are connected to, and I tell them about it. Some people feel like, well, it's not my place to tell them. But me myself, I want to tell them because I want them to know I don't want you to go through the same thing that I went through. And I don't, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say the people that didn't tell you is a bad person. Maybe they just didn't. They sometimes, like they say, you need to figure people out on your own. And also, I, me myself, you know what I'm saying? It ain't because it oh,
I
geez.
know. I
No,
think to
I
a
feel
certain
like
extent there
I
is
feel
an
like this,
obligation,
and I'm gonna
but
give you two answers.
Yes, and
I feel
I like me. I'll take accountability for, like, hey, yes, I did introduce you to this person,
I didn't
but
know.
I didn't know, and
Right.
I am sorry.
I feel
But
like if you okay, I'm gonna give you an example that happened to me in my life. I had a
go
friend,
ahead.
and when we decided to part ways, and it was very bad. They went running around town talking about me like a dog. Now,
Hmm.
at that point, anything I say looks like retaliation based off what they've already said about me. So if
Right.
you're in a situation where the person is talking bad about you, then no, don't say nothing to nobody because it just looks like retaliation. But if you're in a situation where, they just did you wrong and you walked away, and now all the people that you connected to this person or all the people that are friends with them because of you, then yes, you can tell them. Then you can tell them if you choose to tell them what they did to you and what have you for that reason, because then there's no people won't think there's an ulterior motive
Right.
because because
Yes.
it's different when somebody already starts talking about you or people know that you guys were good and then all of a sudden you broke up and now this person is talking about you or making underhanded comments, but everybody knows they're talking about you. So now
Hmm.
anything you say is going to be like, oh, they just
It's going to be suspect.
right. It's going to be suspect.
Right,
Like,
right, right.
are they telling the truth or are they saying
Right.
that because they did this and this to them?
It's like what
Right.
Charlene, said. It if I'm friends with the person, I will let them know. And I say it varies. It depends on what the friendship with that person is. I mean, yes, you want to be of good heart and you want to put information out there if you know information. But then it's like Joseph just said. You may come out looking like
A fool
A
because
hater. A hater.
you come out
A
looking like
hater.
yeah,
because and I've had conversations with people where I say, nope, let them learn for themselves. But that's because I knew that
that person was smart enough.
this person
they're
was
gonna learn
already
for
talking
themselves.
about that person. So anything that person would have said could have been misconstrued as being a hater. So it's like, no, You can't do nothing because don't say nothing. Trust me, the truth will come out. Mm-hmm. And I learned that from my mother. Yeah, because my mother always told me, because she heard me one day on the phone when I was still in one. She said, "Hang up the phone," and I hung up the phone. She said, "Did that really happen?" I said, "No, ma." And she said, "I'm gonna tell you something as your mother, and if I ever hear you doing it again, I'm gonna whip your ass." I said, "What?" She said, "Don't you ever sit and defend a lie." I said, "What?" She said, "Don't ever sit and defend a lie. You sit and defend the truth. Mm-hmm. You don't sit and defend a lie, because a lie will always show itself for what it is." Mm-hmm. Yes. And from that moment on, I ain't never tried to clear my name or nothing that was a lie. I ain't never tried. And everybody that has ever told a lie, I had somebody lie and say, I tried to rape them.
Wow.
They had to end up living with me. Everybody they told I tried to rape them came to me and said, "Well, who goes to live with their rapist?" I said, "Well, bitch, I wasn't going to sit and defend myself, because at that point, y'all, none of y'all was going to believe me. Whatever I said, y'all wasn't going to believe me. But I agree with you. Who would go and live with their rapist? I don't know many people that would go live with their rapist. So they just lied on you like that? Clearly.
Just people will do that.
Clearly. But I'm not going to sit and defend myself, because, see, once a person starts talking about you, whatever you say after that becomes retaliation. Mm-hmm. And
right.
You're really going to believe it. It's just going to be, oh, he's saying that because, or she's saying that because. I don't have time for that. My mother gave me, that was the best life lesson my mother ever gave me, because anybody who has ever lied on me, it has always come to the light that it was a lie without me even defending myself. Without me even having.
No, you don't have. Go ahead.
No, it's true. Go ahead, Monica.
Oh, I'm just answering Trisha's answer. No, you don't have to agree with it with everything someone says. You can agree to disagree respectfully. And like I said, if
no. Yeah.
I feel like you can agree to disagree, but you don't. Me myself. Now everybody has the right to their own opinions, and you don't have to always believe or agree with everything someone says.
No, you don't. You don't. And just because somebody doesn't agree with you, hey, people out there who think this is your world, it ain't your world, big girl. It ain't your world. Just because somebody doesn't agree with something that you may agree with, that's the problem with the world today. That's the problem with black people, is y'all getting all in y'all feelings and y'all panties in a bunch and y'all pants all untied because somebody don't rock with what you rock with. That's the problem today. Positive. It's okay for you. It's okay for somebody not to agree with something, with all due respect. Sometimes I don't agree with some of the stuff that my husband says. Sometimes, and we respectfully disagree with one another.
You're right, Positive.
Sometimes I've had conversations just recently with somebody, and I didn't agree with them. And they got all in their feelings.
But Positive, what I'm saying is, if it's a situation where nobody's saying nothing negative about each other, and that person one of them wants to warn the other, wants to warn people about them, I agree. Like me and Tremel was in a situation, right? And we know that the people was talking about us. We know that they were sending subliminal messages and low key talking about me and him. So when a person came to us and wanted to say something, I'm like, I'm not saying nothing, because anything me and Tremel do at this point looks like retaliation. Because anybody with common sense know they talking about us. Anybody with half a brain know they talking about us. Mm-hmm. So anything me and Tremel say at this point is either people are waiting for it for the drama, mm-hmm. or people just want us to retaliate. I don't have to retaliate against people, because my thing is this: you know the truth, you know the real deal. You still come to my channel, you still watch Joseph and Tremel, the McRae Kings.
Our work is validated by so many things.
So there's no reason other than to sit and dog somebody out or talk about people, even though, like Monica said, I may want to warn people, mm-hmm. and in actuality, I do. In actuality, I warn a lot of people. In actuality, Monica warns a lot of people. We make videos and we tell y'all things to give y'all courage and give y'all knowledge.
Now, to motivate you.
If you ain't reading in between the lines and figuring it out for yourself, then that's not.
I don't know where you been, because we talk. That's what we do. Join us for morning inspiration.
Yeah. But I think what Positive saying is, you know what I'm saying?
Positive is just saying, come out and just tell them, look, such and such and so and so and blah,
Yeah,
blah, blah.
that's how she just wanted to just be real with me from day. Be real.
But those.
That's what I'm saying. If there's if nobody's doing nothing negative with each other, yes, you can do that.
Right.
But for me, and I'm not. This is not for everybody.
Listen,
for
that's
me,
accordingly.
If somebody's sitting already talking about me, I'm not going to in turn warn anybody because to me it looks like I'm just either making up a story or I'm just creating something for people. Because now I know this person.
But see, I think it varies. I really, at the same time, I think it varies. You do that accordingly. Right. You treat that accordingly. It depends on what the situation is. Now, if Monica, if I know you, and then the next thing I know, you sitting on camera with this man, and I be, child, he murdered about 16 people, and he just got out of jail. Monica, girl, you better run from him, honey. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, sometimes it could just be you don't know if the person's going to take what you say in consideration.
Right.
And that's I'm gonna be real. That's me. I'm always want to look out for women. A woman, I'm always wanting to look out for people. I always want to look out for us women because there's so many people that'll take advantage of us. Right. And me myself, yes, and I feel kind of bad about a situation that we're not going to speak about because I wanted to speak about that situation, but I didn't know how to come about it. So I was like, they probably going to feel like I'm just saying this to be coming against them. But you know
what you got to do?
It's like it put me in a bad space. And then, I didn't, what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, you do make you the person that connected this person with that person, and they no longer deal with each other. And then everybody is wondering why they don't deal with each other, but I'm still but that individual is still connected to that person. What would you do? Would you say something? Because I don't know. It to me, you know what I'm saying? It's like D if you do, D if you don't.
Yeah. I know.
But you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I feel like
about Jesus.
Say what, Tramel?
Just keep going, child.
Oh. Good morning, cuz then. I just feel like
I'm sorry. No. I get exactly what you're saying. I really do. I get exactly what you're saying because you're right. You're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. You just have to. Wow. I really think it just
because you could be looking out for this person, but you still could be looked at as a hater. You just hating on them because they following you.
In all honesty, you have to do what you feel led to do.
Yeah.
You just do, because if you don't do it and your spirit is just saying, do it.
Right.
You may sit back later when the people find out that you want to tell. Right. You may regret it.
Right.
Or they may
end in the casket.
Right. They may end up dead, or they may end up losing millions, thousands of dollars, or whatever the case may be. And then you sit there and blame yourself and say, well, damn, if I would have said something, this would have happened this way. You just have to, in your spirit, know that I'm doing the right thing. Stick by your decision and keep moving. For me, like I said, if that person wouldn't have told stories about me, I probably would have sat there and said, oh, well, they did this, they did that, they was living in my house and blah, 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 and blah, 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 blah.
Right.
But no, you already told stories on me. So for me, I'm not going to sit now and act like I'm bitter and I'm angry. So now I'm going to tell everybody what you did. Because now, I'm feeding people and giving them drama that they want in the first place. And two, everything you said about me was a lie. So I'm not going to sit here and defend myself against a lie. But in a situation where it could possibly hurt somebody, then maybe I probably would have had a different opinion.
Listen, the outcome, we can never predict what the outcome is. You can't predict what the outcome is. So, sometimes you got to be ready to say, you know what, I'm going to tell this person regardless whether
And that's how I feel positive.
If I lose a friendship or not, I'm just gonna say what I got to say.
Right, positive. That's what I'm talking about. Because people take notice and see that you're not there. Or people take notice and see if that person was with you every time y'all went out. All of a sudden, how come she not with them no more?
Mm-hmm.
What happened with the two of them? Because that's what I'm saying. That's what I mean when I say don't say nothing. If people pay attention, they will see what is going on all around them. But a lot of
they will see why certain
don't
people
pay
ain't
attention.
together no more.
Right.
See why certain people ain't together no more.
And see, I'm gonna be honest. Like me, I don't come on. I didn't come on YouTube or this platform to be about drama. So I try to stay clear of all that. I'm all about, and Joseph and Tramel, they all about it. They all about positivity. They all about getting the message out there. Don't nobody want to be connected to drama. Don't nobody want to be having drama on their page. People just coming to my page because we done fell out. So let's do this bash campaign on bashing.
No.
No, we're not going to do that.
In my everyday life, I don't do that. I don't go back and forth. I'm just an action person. I don't do the back and forth and the fighting and the arguing and going back and forth. I don't do that. I never did. Even the old Tramel that used to be, they used to carry the razor blade in his hair. He didn't even do that. I'm just never been a back and forth person. And you can trust and believe that you ain't gonna get my gizzards. You ain't gonna get my gizzards up on here that much to the point where I'm just gonna be sitting up here making videos about you. Ain't gonna happen, Captain. Ain't gonna happen. I'm like Michelle when it comes to that. And trust me, I ain't like Michelle when it comes to everything. I'm like Michelle Obama when it comes to that. I take the high road. I'm gonna take the high road all the time, but at the same time, I'm gonna educate those that watch me. That's what my platform is all about. Well, I'm gonna educate those. I'm gonna educate those that are on my channel. That's what we do. We inspire, we educate, we motivate, we do all those things.
Thank you, everyday life.
So people can have something to some tools to put in their toolbox that they can use throughout the day in life.
Well, I ain't gonna promise you I'm gonna do like Michelle.
Yeah, see, Joseph is
see, when Michelle said when they go low, we go high, honey. But unlike Michelle, when they go low, I may go a little lower.
Yeah, sometimes I go lower.
Really teach you.
I went a little lower this week.
Ghetto sword lesson.
We had that conversation. I went a little lower this week.
Right.
But I had to own what I did. I had to
exactly. Like Michelle Obama said.
I'm not perfect. We ain't perfect, guys. We can't listen. We ain't telling you to take the high road all the time. Don't take the high road all the time. Let me tell you
something. I'll punch you in the face.
If you need to react to something, then you react.
Jesus is still working.
But use your discernment when you're reacting.
Yes, you ain't got to take the high road all the time. Sometimes you got to cuss. Sometimes you got to cuss somebody out. If you need to cuss them out, then you cuss them out like a sailor on leave. You cuss them out to the point where they say, "Ooh, I ain't gonna mess with her no more."
Right, Charlene. Spread love and peace, because when you spread love and peace, that's the only thing that's gonna come back to you.
Yeah,
right.
And I'm right. That's the only medicine. That's the only solution. You get what you give. You get what you give people. I heard that so long ago, and I'm telling you, I had to pick that apart to really understand what it means. You get what you give. 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 If it's bad, you're going to get bad. If it's good, you're going to get bad. If it's positive, you're going to get positive. If it's negative, you're going to get negative. If you kick somebody in the ass, be ready to get kicked in your ass. If you punch somebody in the face, be ready to get punched back. You get what you give. That's it. So then you have to thank people. You got to thank people when they show you who they are. You say, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Sometimes you just have to say thank you so much. And sometimes you don't even have to say thank you to them. It don't require for you to say thank you to them. Sometimes you got to say thank you, Jesus.
Yep. Like what cousin, and you reap what you sow, you do. That's why I try to sow good seeds. Because I'm not trying to reap no bad harvest, honey. I'm trying to reap all good. I ain't got time.
There's a woman right now. There's an article. It's on my Facebook page. There was a woman in North Carolina. She was a racist. She was doing terrible things. She did terrible things to people. Terrible things. She grabbed a one woman by her groin. She grabbed a girl's hijab off of her at a Black Lives Matter event. And guess what? Guess why she's in the news? You know why she's in the news? Because she wasn't looking and stepped out in the middle of the street and a fire truck and hit her. Dead. Dead. This evil person that was racist and prejudiced against black people all her life. They said this woman was a terror. They said she was a terror. Stepped out in the middle of the street,
Monica,
and got hit by a fire engine. Y'all think that was a mistake?
I need you to change the name of this show to Tramel's Morning Show featuring Monica and Joseph.
It's okay. TBT Squad. TBT Squad.
Just
y'all know.
Just to lighten the mood.
Well, hey, y'all know that I'm a part of the TBT Squad. Y'all know that I'm just as great. Listen. You ain't gonna get nothing but the honest to goodness truth when it comes to me.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna get that. Listen, I've been through too many things in my life and to be anything but honest and truthful and being able to pass on the knowledge and the things that have happened to me, to pass them on to people so I can inspire you. You can be inspired by it or you can learn from it.
Right, positive. Exactly. They're not in the headspace to accept that.
Amen. Use like Charlene say, use discernment.
Y'all gonna leave me alone. You and Monica, y'all you two Aries, y'all gonna leave me alone. Y'all ain't gonna be jumping on me like
it's
telling
the
me.
Jamel show featuring Joseph and Monica.
So what the people in the comments are saying?
Laughing.
What the people sitting up there saying?
Nothing.
What she doing? Some of them went and got another cup of coffee and came back. What? Y'all gonna leave me alone.
Jesus.
You see Sagittarius, Aries, and Aries. It ain't easy, y'all. I got to really put myself out there to talk over these two.
Me and Joseph don't talk over each other though.
Exactly. Yes, I said it.
Because
I said, like Nene Leak said, I said what I said.
We have to talk over him if we want to get a word in.
It's okay.
Exactly. Like I be sitting here like this.
That's just who I am. Don't what I say do it. Y'all do it in the comments. Do what I say make sense. Hit me with a yes or no.
Make sense.
Okay. The points that I'm making are the important points. See, delusions.
Man, we love you, man.
Grandeur, delusions of grandeur. That's how.
Oh no, mine is not a delusion.
No, it's not a delusion. It's not. No,
I am great.
No, sometimes.
No. Camille, they said, "What is your sign?"
Sagittarius. I'm a Sagittarius for life. Mm-hmm.
Trisha said, these MFs be try to use you even on the YouTube. True.
We're not gonna have that conversation this morning because if we have that.
No, because yesterday was a day. Yesterday was a day.
Yeah, I can't. Yes, you do have to be very careful of how you move in these YouTube streets.
Yes,
but don't let that discourage you from doing what you're set out to do. If you are a content creator that does what we do, which is considered the love stream or whatever. If you're a person that does mukbangs, if you're a person that has something else to offer, don't let nobody take you off of your path of what you do. No, and have that delusion of grandeur that you are the best at what you do.
Trisha said some people seek sympathy. But you know what I'm saying? It's not they know their situation. They don't want to change their situation. They just want to get over. That's all. It's all about getting over some kind of way. It's how some people are on YouTube. Yeah. Monica gonna pave her own way. I don't want to get over on nobody. Mm-hmm. You know, I love everyone.
Yeah. This ain't the
Y'all
place.
support is enough for me. That's all you know what I'm saying? Y'all support and encouraging the next person. That's all I want to do.
I listen, I think I said this to y'all yesterday. I did a video. It's entitled "B Loves Life." I got you, right? And I said in this video, we as YouTube content creators are here, and we are in the business of making money. But I did not elaborate on that. I did not elaborate on that simply because I didn't feel as though I had the need to elaborate on that. But what I meant by that is this: if you have a talent or you have something to offer as a content creator and you do it the right way, you will be successful as a content creator. But if you are a content creator that is set out to just look at the dollars and you just got the dollar signs in your eyes and you don't want to do the work, you got to do the work. See, you got to you got to do the work. If you don't do the work, it's never going to come out the way you want. You will never be successful. I don't care if you offer membership. I don't care if you offer sponsorship. I don't care if you sell a t-shirt. I don't care if you sell a shoe, a hat, whatever. It's not going to be successful unless you do the work. And this ain't easy work because you have to be some people have to be very, very transparent. You have to be transparent with people. It's not easy to be transparent and stand in your truth and live in your truth and own up to sometimes making a mistake. See, because listen, these people know we ain't perfect. I tell y'all all the time, I ain't perfect. I'm not. But if you do it the right way,
speak for yourself.
If you do it the right way, see, if you do it the right way, all you have to do is just be you. I promise you, if you are yourself, then you don't have to do anything else extra. Like my niece be saying, Uncle, you be stretching it. You be stretching it. You be doing too much. What the kids say, you be doing the most. You be doing the most.
Right, Cubs then. I agree.
Yeah.
I'll be telling me I'll be doing the most. I'll be doing the most. Mm-hmm. You just got to be yourself. Be yourself. That's it. Come on, Aries. Why y'all ain't saying nothing? Y'all
because
we still listening to you.
To make sure you
no, because y'all sitting up there saying something.
Because soon as
we said nothing.
As you pause and we go to speak, and another thing. I'm not done yet.
Y'all see how they picking on me? Y'all see how they picking on me?
We love you, Tremel. You know that.
That's why I ain't punching that one of you in the face. That's why I ain't stabbed them yet.
You can ask a question.
Sure, Cubs then, sure.
Now watch this.
Tremel, you get off my nerves. Good morning, Love Kings.
Hey, Love Kings. Tyrone said he got you.
Cubs, what's your question? You know, we are open to questions.
They typing it, Monica. They typing
Oh, sorry, boo.
Because Tremel type of question, you're going to be here until tomorrow, depending on how big the question is.
Wow. You want to answer that, Tremel, or do you want me or Joe? Okay, so the question is, how do you deal with people who have an issue with you and then seem to follow you around when you are on a live stream and making sly comments but not really mentioning your name? I myself, I will ignore them. I will give them no energy. I will make like they do not exist. They can say whatever they want to say, but that don't mean it's true. And I'm just gonna go head on and be on the live stream. And then if I see they're on the live stream, I may not even go on to that live stream. I'll go to another one. I would not give them no energy. I would make like me. I'm so good at making and when I'm done dealing with kind of people, I'm good at ignoring and making like you don't exist in my mind or in my space.
Well, if they come into your live stream, all you need to do is mute them out.
Yeah, mute them.
Be there, but you won't be able to read the comments. Or
Right.
they'll be thinking they're making comments and nobody will see them. So you can always go in and mute them out. Now, if
Right.
they're on their live stream talking about you,
Yeah. She said on a live stream. So is it hers? Is
if
it
it's,
yours, Cubs then?
if it's their own live stream, then I mean, there's nothing you could do about it but sit there and well, don't even go to the live stream.
Right. That's what I'll do. I'll find other people
Why
to go
would you
to.
give them the view of being on their live stream when you're contributing to their numbers?
Yeah, because you
Like
at somebody,
somebody-
you at somebody else's house. You at somebody else's house. You in front of somebody else's house. But if you come to mine, no, you better tread lightly. You will want to tread lightly. I mean, because like what you said, Monica, I don't give them no energy. I really don't. Once you do something like that to me, you don't exist. You know, you're a figment of my imagination. But no,
Right. You are a stranger.
don't
Stranger danger.
lightly. You will want to tread lightly. You will want to tread very lightly, because guess what? Something might happen to you.
Let me tell you something, cause then people know that they can get under your skin and easily. Well, then just leave it. Speak and leave the What you can do, Cubs, then is you can speak and keep and and keep the stream running, but you're not really present. You just let them know, hey, I'm here, but I'm gonna keep you running, and that's it. And you just go somewhere else. Especially if you're on your laptop, you can always do that. You can leave them running. I leave Pinay habit. I leave her running because it be late when she comes in, and I let her know, I'm here, and I can just leave you running.
Mm-hmm.
So they just harass you. They want to get under your skin though, cuz then don't let them steal your joy.
Yeah, you can't. You can't. But don't let them throw you off your. Don't let them throw you off of your path.
Right,
Because people will do that. They'll throw you off your path.
right. Just like Positive said, I wouldn't let anyone control where I go on YouTube. I don't give them power like that. I go where I want to. Right, go where you want to go, and I will ignore them
Mm-hmm.
and keep it moving. You say what you want to say. I know who I am. Simple as that.
Not love kings. I don't.
What?
I sometimes do. It just depends. It just depends.
No, I don't. I never got nervous going live.
When I first started, when I first started,
Going live.
Here they go. They trying to jump on me.
yeah, they never nervous. Y'all know that. Y'all know
Don't try to jump on me again.
Child, I had to yell at him because I just be minding my business. We're live. Like he's the news.
That's right.
Like he's Channel 9 News. And we're live. Coming to you from the bedroom.
You want to be
Joseph,
a part
you
of
got
this?
something to say?
You want to be a part of this?
See, now I'm ready for him.
right. This person seems like they're harassing Cubs then though.
I mean, if you're a moderator in some rooms, then block them.
Yes.
I have
Yeah,
that
because there's
power.
really nothing you can
And
do.
let the person channel you on know what's going on.
Or if you think they're following you because you're sharing the video, share the video after or close to it being over. So that way you're still sharing it for the person. People will still watch the video, but then you don't have to worry about them coming in the beginning of the video. Share
Right.
it towards the end or share it when it's over. That way you don't have to worry about, because if that's how you think they're finding you everywhere you go, then just do it towards the end or do it after it's over.
Mhm.
And matter of fact, actually go to somebody's live and don't share where you're at and see if they pop up. If they don't pop up and then you figured out that's how they're doing it, then share them after they're over.
Yeah, but then it does. I understand exactly some of what they're saying, but then to elaborate on it, there's people that just are petty and they go back and forth flagging each other's video. Then that start messing with your money. If you are monetized, it starts messing with your money. You know what I'm saying? So I understand that there is a way that you can protect yourself. You can report that person as to what the process is of how that's done. Check YouTube Studio, check with Google to see what the actual guidelines are on that, because there are people that are content creators, or that have been harassed by other people, and I believe that there's a criteria for that. There's a process where you can actually report it. Or you know what I would do if it becomes such a nuisance? I would start keeping records. That's what you have your cell phones for, people. That's what you have your computers for. Your whatever device you're going live on or you're using. You can take screenshots of what they're doing, so that you will have proof of what they're doing. So somebody won't be looking at you like you crazy. If it becomes such a nuisance, that would be the smart thing to do, is just say, okay, even if you write it down, keep a log of it. I was here and this person was here and they was harassing me, or I was going live and they was doing the same thing. They was doing the same thing. Just like the thumbs down thing that we was experiencing. Although YouTube ain't gonna tell you who it is, YouTube know who it is. If you have an idea of some sort, of who this person is, and they're harassing you, it's because that affects your money. It doesn't affect your money. You can report it. You can report something. You can report something to somebody at Google or on YouTube that will be able to give you some type of direction. It does not hurt to ask. It never hurts to ask.
Well, you know what? Positive. When you block somebody, you still see them in other people's chats,
No matter what, if they are mine or not,
moderator or not, because other people haven't blocked them, so you can see them now. For example, if Monica blocks somebody, then we won't see them, so we'll think they're not there, because if we block the same person, of course, it looks like whatever. But let's say we go to your live and you don't have them blocked and they're not a moderator, we'll see what they're typing to you, and they'll see what we're typing to you, so we'll be able to see each other.
Child, I see. Listen. This is a great conversation, guys.
yeah, it's 9 o'clock.
I see that we have a lot of people that are really like sharing different experiences that they're going through, and that's the thing about this conversation, is that we're sharing. We're sharing as content creators. We're sharing as people. There was one of my friends. I'm not going to say her name, but she says, we depend on you guys. We depend on you guys to give us what you give us at during the day. Monica, they depend on your daily tips. We've had that conversation. Mm-hmm. They depend on your daily tips. They depend on the McRae Kings to give them something to go through the day. You understand what I'm saying? So this is a positive thing. I think it's a great thing that you guys in the comments, in the bushes, sitting up there saying something, are just sharing with one another. That's the main objective of what this conversation is all about. It's sharing and us gaining knowledge from one another. It's not just the banter back and forth with these two, or me acting like I ain't acting crazy. It's not just that. I really appreciate you, Monica, for bringing us onto this platform and bringing this topic up. Because, like I said, on Friday, we need to start having these conversations, and we need to start being real about it. We need to start being real about these real about ourselves, and having these conversations with one another, so we can share, so that our story may help somebody. Our story may help somebody. What you went through may help some woman out there. What me and Joseph have gone through with some of the things that we've gone through may help someone.
I've had women leave us messages the day when we were talking about how we were molested, saying that it helped them.
Yeah,
because it sparked something in them.
Yeah,
what we said as men, what it happening to us. So it's like
we've had people say that this is therapy.
Everybody,
this is therapy
in a process of helping ourselves. Because a lot of times, even Monica said, when you talk about things that you've been holding in and haven't shared with anybody, it becomes like a release. It becomes refreshing to you, and if you feel like there's a weight off your shoulders, because it's like, oh, I don't have to hide that no more. And
Right.
you know, it is what it is.
Ooh,
At the end of the
Jesus is
day,
a biscuit.
can't nobody take away an experience.
Jesus is a biscuit.
Oh yes, Jesus is a biscuit. Let him sop you up. Jesus is a biscuit. Monica, you ain't been on this long. Oh, girl. This is a great conversation. It really is. It's a great conversation. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Yes. Um.
Monica, he said that wrong. Thank you, Tremel, for allowing me and my
Yes. Thank you, Tremel.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Jesus is the best.
For allowing me and Joseph to get some words in.
That's all I'm gonna say. Jesus is a biscuit. Let him sop you up. Yes, he is. He's a biscuit. That's what Jesus is. He's a biscuit. You better stop up all the information that we give it to you out there in the bushes and sitting up there saying something. See, I ain't talking to these two. They know that Jesus is a biscuit.
No, because the bushes is full, honey. The bushes is full.
Listen, I like for the bushes to be full. I just told y'all, just bring you a blanket, bring your little picnic basket, or if it's in the afternoon, or if it's in the morning, make sure you get you some coffee. Make sure you get you 2 coffees actually, because we're gonna have a conversation. We had a conversation this morning, didn't we? Didn't I tell you somebody got up and got another cup of coffee? Who said they got up and got another cup of coffee? Was it Trisha? She got up and got
Baking with Charlene. I think Charlene did too.
She got up and got another cup of coffee. Everybody had breakfast. Everybody gonna be nice and full when the McRae Kings. Y'all don't mess around and go to sleep.
Oh, it's 10 o'clock everywhere. It's 9:06 here, so
don't mess around and go to sleep. Y'all better be in front of my house at 11:15. Don't make me have to come and get you.
Yeah, I got to get off here, so I got to fix my kids some breakfast. Y'all pray for my community, my neighborhood. The reason why I had to get off the line earlier was the police came to my door, and he was saying that there was a series of break-ins in my neighborhood.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and now I'm kind of feeling for my safety a little bit. I'm a little nervous, but just keep us in our prayers. Thank God. I don't leave nothing in my truck. I don't leave nothing in my vehicle. But they said they did get people money. They found the person. They did get they did get people money, cigars, lighters, a gun, and they said they're trying to give the people back all the stuff that they taken. So just I had my kids like to be out. That's why sometimes my kids like to go outside and play. That's the reason why I don't let them go out a lot. Because of that. Is a lot of people just be walking up and down the road and you don't know what be on their mind.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry I had to leave that little bit of time.
Oh no, you were fine. We helped you. Well, I helped.
Oh, honey,
don't need giving you no credit.
No, because I just sat here like this.
Y'all see, but y'all see, I'm not bothered, right? I do what I do. That's it. I do all this Armandy stuff up here. I do what I do.
Yo,
it's okay. Then y'all say I'm supposed to have confidence in myself.
Hey, Baba.
Okay. Well then.
Well, guys, thank you. I guess we're done. Are y'all done? You done, Tremel? No.
Yes, I'm done. We can do the benediction. We can do the benediction.
Look, may the Lord watch. Between.
This is when I go to the bathroom.
Why don't people do that in church?
Because it's like a respect thing. Give me a minute. I'm just getting on out the way.
I'll be like, child, get out my damn way.
Okay, guys. Yes, positive. Thank you, blogs. Good morning, Ashley Watkins. Thank you for coming. We're about to end this live, but guys, go to the McRae Kings at 11:15. They will be live. I'm going to give them an hour break so they can get some breakfast because I got to eat some breakfast too. And y'all be back. They'll probably, Tremel will continue.
Tremel. Right.
Tremel will continue on the conversation. But we just playing with you, Tremel.
Is there in this bottle?
Yeah, y'all. Yes, but Ashley, you can catch the replay, baby. You can catch the replay. Um, any support you guys give us, y'all know that it is much appreciated. We love each and every one of you guys. And if you ever need us, we are always here for you.
That's right.
We're gonna go ahead and get out of here so Joseph and Jamel can get ready for their live, which is gonna be at 11:15 Eastern Standard Time, 10:15 Central Standard Time. So y'all have a good day and be safe, and don't let anything or anyone steal your joy. If they didn't give it to you, they can't take it away. So y'all have a happy Sunday.
Bye, y'all.
We love you. We love you.
See you in a little while.
Get ready for Hold Your Peace. I'm out of here. I'm going to get me something to eat.